say you only have one more video to put out?
One more that I'm recording this week. That'll give me fucking damn near a kid-friendly video every day this week. In case they do fuck up and try to monetize me on YouTube, because, you know, one of these days I might shoot the moon. Then have my watch time hours.
After it keeps calling me, and I'm like, bro, if I do it, it's gonna fuck my life up. I'll get a hold of you when I can.
Well, don't let me hold you up. I still gotta go grab something to eat here in a minute.
Yeah, fuck, I don't even know what time it is. It was like 4. No, 5:22. I was wrong. I don't know. I think it's 4. I was an hour and 22 minutes off. Hear that? A captain brings home.
Fabulously expensive homes in Kansas. Kansas is known for its gorgeous rolling hills and breathtaking sunsets, which makes it a glorious place for prime real estate. With all of the wide open spaces, there's plenty of room for lavish homes. Featuring elegant designs and amenities from your dreams, here are 10 fabulously expensive homes in Kansas. Number 10, Ariad Avenue, Lawrence. This $2.5 million luxury space is immaculate. This upscale condo is located on the 8th floor of the Ariad Hotel. The 2,800 square foot space features a private master suite, gourmet kitchen, wet bar, and an outdoor terrace for entertaining. Number 9, Overhill Road, Mission Hills. This excellent $3.5 million home is a European-style villa located in the famous Mission Hills neighborhood. Inside, you will be in awe at the dramatic architecture, full movie theater, and gorgeous marble flooring. The villa includes 8 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms that are elegantly decorated with beautiful European stylings. Number 8, Historic Campbell Castle, Wichita. Whether you know it or not, there are castles in Kansas, and the historic Campbell Castle is a perfect example. Built in 1888, the $3.5 million castle is reportedly an authentic reproduction of a Richardsonian Romanesque Scottish castle. Nestled on 2 acres of landscaped grounds, the castle has over 15,000 square feet of living and 16 bedrooms. Number 7. Antioch Road, Lewisburg. The stunning estate sits on a 55-acre landscape of beautiful countryside and hills. The natural wildlife here includes a population of large native deer and 3 stocked ponds, perfect for anyone who enjoys the outdoors. Other amenities include a saltwater pool, indoor basketball court, poker room, and much more. This home is going for just over $3.5 million. Number 6. High Drive, Mission Hills. This impressive $4 million estate, located in the historic Mission Hills neighborhood, offers 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. Designed by Edward Tanner, this fabulous home has an outdoor oasis featuring an in-ground pool, patio, and fire pit, perfect for entertaining groups of friends. The beautiful burgundy brick exterior and tall chimneys give this estate a powerful and timeless style. Number 5. Painted M Ranch, Olathe. Painted M Ranch is a nearly $4 million luxury home built around offering the finest facilities for horses. The main estate home features 4 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, which are all beautifully and professionally decorated with classic ranch style. 2 guest homes are also located on the property, as well as 25 stalls for horses, 2 outdoor arenas, and many other premier facilities. Number 4. Mission Drive, Mission Hills. This prestigious Georgian colonial-style house is located in the iconic Mission Hills neighborhood. Built in 1925, this $5.3 million classic has been restored and has 5 luxurious bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. The formal living and dining rooms feature deep architectural molds, beautiful French doors, and gleaming hardwood floors. Number 3. Wheat Creek Ranch, Howla. The $5.6 million Wheat Creek Ranch, located on Victory Road, is an enormous 5-bedroom and 8-bathroom Doug Fir custom log home with over 8,500 square feet of living space. The house sits along a bluff, giving you widespread views of the beautiful surrounding landscape. Along with this giant house, you will get a 17-acre stocked lake, perfect for those who love fishing. Number 2. Barber Road, Fredonia. The beautiful Flint Hill Ranch located on Barber Road is an incredible cedar log home complete with a gorgeous custom heated pool. A second home is located on the property, and the over 2,600 acres of rolling countryside offer a variety of wildlife and great hunting. This home is going for just under $6.5 million. And number 1, Winanga Circle, Mission Hills, Kansas. This fabulous $8.95 million Georgian-style gated estate is located in the esteemed Mission Hills, Kansas neighborhood. The beautiful white columns running along the front of the house are accented with an antique brick exterior that give this property a strong and classic American styling. Amenities include a large gazebo, infinity pool, 2-story cabana, and much more. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to The Daily Hit for more videos. See you on the next video.
There's still a lot of cleanup to do for those hit by flash flooding. Residents of the Copperville subdivision in O'Fallon, Missouri, they're in desperate need of help. News 11's Ella Arabi reports roughly 80 homes were damaged.
Large containers sit in front yards full of debris and items damaged in the floods.
We've been here for 18 years, and we had a lot of stuff, and we threw it all away. I mean, it was just, we had to throw everything away.
It's been days since devastating floods hit the Copperfield subdivision, and residents are still cleaning up from the water damage.
The amount of damage could be anywhere from an inch of water in the basement to a foot, 6 feet, full basements.
We have elderly, single moms, people that don't have enough manpower to pull those heavy items out of their basement.
We were pretty wiped out. Our basement completely flooded. Our main floor got, 8-10 inches up in it.
We were hoping, not just for us, but for all of our neighbors, that maybe FEMA or SEMA would have come by, because so many of these people don't have anything, no family.
The subdivision's pool turned into a makeshift command center to help roughly 80 families get the resources they need.
We've had ministries come in on their own that we don't even know where they came from, that are doing mold sprays and rip outs for free for these people, which has been a blessing.
But what they need is more manpower.
Carpet has to come out, drywall has to come out, appliances, personal items, furniture, you name it. Whatever's in your house, it's coming out.
President of the Copperfield Resident Association, Steve Williams, says the city started providing dumpsters starting Wednesday and has been running trucks to clear the dumpsters out every day, starting Thursday from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. He says it's been a huge help, but they're not even close to being done with getting the trash out. Items they need the most right now are cleaning and disinfecting supplies. They're also working on setting up a GoFundMe page for the neighborhood. If you have any items you would like to donate, the Homeowners Association is asking that you drop them off at 228 Barrington Drive. In O'Fallon, I'm Ala Arabi.
Pretty fun thing we like to do from time to time. We hardly ever really get anything to grow, but we have fun doing it. What up, YouTube? How you doing? Broke Farmer 76 back for another video. Before we get started, Lion Chris Outdoors. Shirt so nice, they even put some on the back. Can you see it? Don't worry about it. Gotta get your own. You'll see exactly what it look like. But if you already read the title, I'm gonna try to make a garden pest trap, and I'm trying to make it simple, cheap, and something that works. Yeah, you know me. So I'm gonna use a drill. You can use a soldering iron or whatever to make some holes in the cups. These are my yellow cups, and if you want, I got the smaller variety. It's a simple cup. If you wonder, where do you get yellow cup like this? I got mine from Party City. They were $2.98 for 20 cups. Which ain't a bad deal. But you know me, I had to go over the top a little bit. So I was in Dollar Tree, and they got this little plastic corn. It's also yellow, right? So we're gonna use this. But, oh. And I got some petroleum jelly, AKA Vaseline, from the Dollar General. It was on the dollar aisle, $1. You can't beat that. So, of course, I'm gonna put my own twist to it. But first thing I'm gonna do, make some holes in the bottom of the cup. I made two holes, and then I drilled out the middle of it. These were $3.98, the long tags for your plants. And I don't know, I think it had 25 in there for $3.98. Can't beat that. So all I'm gonna do is put it down in there like that. Put some Vaseline on it, AKA petroleum jelly. Now the gist of this is the bugs get stuck to it, which I know work because I got some yellow sticky traps out there that been working. And this is reusable. Once you get like 100 bugs on there, wipe the bugs off, put some more Vaseline on there, and we keep it moving. You gotta spend all that money on stuff. Now, there's no surefire way to keep all the pests out of your garden. But if this catch 20 that don't eat your cabbage, it's a win. And all we trying to do is win in the garden. So we're gonna keep lathering that on there, because I want to catch them all. Once they get caught on there, I don't want them to be able to get off. So I'm gonna go all the way around it, put a heavy glove, and this stuff is $1, man, come on, $1. All right, I got it all the way around. You see how thick I got it on there? So next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fix up the plastic corn, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the garden, all right? All right, y'all, I did one more ear of corn, of plastic corn. I'm gonna sit that out there too. But these sticky traps are supposed to work for aphids, flies, flea beetles, and white flies. So you can use anything. I think the trick is the Vaseline, they'll stick to it, and something yellow. And me, I'm just having fun out here, man. So I got this, and I got the yellow cup. So that's what it is. It's cheap. I think everything together was under $7. So let's go out there and see what it looks like. All right, y'all, I'm back. Now, what I did was I drilled holes in the back of this little plastic piece of corn or whatever. I took it, the little label stick, whatever that's called, and I got a zip tie and ran through the back. Now remember, these are really long. So I'm gonna put it in there, see can we have some fun. Now I'm just gonna sit it right there. Now this is the other one I was using. And as you see, it caught bugs. So I think that worked. But this version is cheaper and it's reusable. I got one right there, one right there. We ain't got nothing on it yet, but we hunting, y'all. So look here, man. If y'all enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, still hit the thumbs up. We're just having fun in the garden, man. It's just a good, deep